Right, a quick little update. Um, as you know, I'm going to go for a three-peak challenge on hands and knees next year, 2009. I'm going to do Birmingham Kids first. Got a bit of cold, so hope you can hear me. So I'm going to do Ben Nevis in 5 months' time, around about middle of May. I'm going to do Ben Nevis first, the biggest one. But there's always been a plan to this and a reason to this. Why I wanted to do three-peak challenge. I wanted to do it 2016, but I've done Snowdon and Berwick Path, and 18 and 17. Sorry. But anyway, so three peaks and three places where I want them to go to. So, a quick little story why I want Ben Nevis to go to the YPU unit in the QE hospital. Long story short, and it ain't about the likes, it's about awareness, this is. And it's about what I recognise what the doctors and nurses are doing while we're talking as well, we're comfortable and eat, and you know what they're putting so many hours in and showing so much love. So you know, you've got my hats off to you, you know, and to the families who you're looking after, and to the patients as well. But anyway, so a long story short, when my mum was in there, 2016, the wife, in the QE 625. She was in a single ward, a single room, sorry, for about 4 or 5 months, and I was just, you know, spent almost every minute with her in there. Anyway, and I saw a lot, but long story short, I thought, how can I say thank you when I was in there for about 6 weeks, to say to the doctors and nurses thank you, and spread some love like by doing something for the patients as well, you know, some very ill people on this ward. So I nipped out, and believe it or not, I know it sounds a bit corny, but I got 20 boxes of heroes, and well, that's what they are now. I know it sounds a bit corny, but anyway, having a bit of a giggle, got them, and I was taking them up there on the 6th floor, and I saw YPU, and it says young people unit, and obviously my head was in the clouds. I've been walking past it. I was, day, 1 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, and 9 o'clock in the morning, just living in my mum's single room with her. Anyway, and I says, I knocked on the door, the ward door, and says, what's this, please? She went, oh, it's a young people unit, 16 to 22-year-olds, kids, very ill kids. So I says, could you please take the chocolates and share them between the kids and yourselves? Then I'll nip back out, 45 minutes, had another 20 boxes and spread them on my mum's ward and the patients and the doctors and nurses. So a couple of weeks later, Easter was coming up, so I thought, what can I do? Easter's coming up. What can I do for the YP unit in my mum's ward? And I don't know, just the hospital. I thought, I'm going to collect Easter eggs. I'm going to ask my area, everyone who I know, I'm going to ask for help on the internet. Now, it's very hard to get an egg out of someone. You might say, what you mean? Well, you know what? For 4 or 5 weeks, I'll try and, this is my 3rd year I've done it now. It's really hard. A lot of people, you ask someone, say, can you please donate an egg, Easter egg? They go like that. I go, you constipate, the toilet's on your right. Now the thing is, or two, and I've seen the impacts of these Easter eggs, what they do for the families and kids. And it ain't about me, but someone messaged me not long ago saying they've been trying to trace me for about 2 years. And it says, you don't know me, but I remember last year when you walked on the ward, and you know what, I see each and every smile when I go in each and every room, and the parents around the kids, and I'm stashing them under the bed and that, and just smiles all around. She says, I remember when you come on the ward and you give a few to my brother and my family and that, and thank you so much. The smile was unreal. You know, everyone forgets us when we're in that room. It's just the outside world carries on, and it's true. Being there. She went, he's an ear now, but thank you. Now, Absolutely. How do I feel? I don't know, overwhelmed, just gutted and humbled, and just like, I don't know, just humbled someone, makes me realise it is working, it is having an impact, even though, believe it or not, I feel hated. That's how I feel. I've got people dodging. It's not like I've been teaching them head movements, left, right, ducking, just over an Easter egg. I've seen the impact, what it has. So I collect Easter eggs. So the last few years I've been collecting for the QE Hospital, St Mary's, and this year, 2018, I've done for Birmingham Kids Hospital. And my hand on my heart, I don't want no one to take me wrong, but I know people donate eggs, but I don't understand what's wrong with humanity at the moment when the QE Hospital says we've never seen anything done like this, no one's ever done nothing like this, and I'm like, well, how many people you've dealt with, and I just know how many families, how many hundreds of thousands of people, no one's ever done this. I had a nurse, I give one to a nurse, and I'll never forget it. She went, what's this? I went, it's an Easter egg, I'm a bit of a joke. I went, unwrap it, there's egg inside, there's chocolate inside. She had tears in her eyes, saying she ain't seen an egg for 10 years. Well, just, so, Ben Nevis, I'm going to do for the YP unit. Scarfell Peak, I'm going to do for the QE Hospital. And Snowdon, I'm going to do again for St Mary's Hospital. What I've just done about 4 weeks ago. It was absolutely fantastic. Well, there's a lot behind this, and I want this channel to hopefully help people, enlighten people, to hopefully give and help without having another thought in their head, wanting something off it, So, yeah, and it ain't about me having the likes and this, that, the other. I want awareness out there, what kind of work these people do, what's actually going on in these hospitals and hospices. You don't realise until, unfortunately, a family member or a friend in there or anything, someone, sorry. And then you see it all, and it's affected me. It's changed my whole way of thinking, sharing, and there's a lot behind this. So, yeah, just a quick update. Why YP unit come into my life and why I collect Easter eggs. It was down to the YP unit, well, down to my mum. And then having that impact on me and seeing the surroundings, I knew what was going on and why. And that's why I've collected these Easter eggs for these hospitals, because they do have a massive, massive impact. I have messages of people and it keeps me going, because sometimes I'm here and I'm like, oh, I could give up, or what's going on, and something like that out the blue just, so pushes me. And thank you to everyone who do donate Easter eggs. I know in my area, but a lot of people do go shy. I know how long you know me, guys. But that's humanity these days, I think, isn't it? You know what I mean? So thank you for listening, and a lot more will be coming up. I'm still training hard, and I will be. So about 5 months, Ben Nevis, the first one out of the 3-peak challenge. Yeah, so cheers, thank you for listening.